Hello everyone, it's your boy Darkslayer555 and I'm back with another Berserk chapter review, this time for 371, which already marks quite a great milestone, man. It's already been, what, 7 chapters since Miura's death? Yeah, time flies. Currently I'm at uni, but I'm still putting these reviews out, of course. I mean, I love them and I want to put my thoughts out. So that's why I'm kind of sacrificing some sleep for this shit, and that's why it's kind of late as well, because I was busy, but here we are. Like usual, I'll warn all of you for spoilers, not only for Berserk, but the new chapter, of course. So if you haven't read it, why the fuck are you here, man? Go read it and then come back to this if you want to hear my thoughts, of course. And yeah, basically, that's my only warning. I'm really just going to get straight into the video for once. I don't really want to waste much time for anyone. But yeah, this is my review of Berserk chapter 371. But yeah, we begin this chapter off with a color page, which, I mean, to be fair, 2 chapters in a row with color pages, you know, and of course, they fucking put the bitch himself, the cunt, the fucking devil himself, Griffith, holding Casca, like, and then it states that his blade fallen short, the spear burnt into his eye for the 2nd time, already lost an eye and everything, and now look at this. Oh man, only happens to Guts, of course, pain. We also, like, just get to see and basically are reminded of that this is the climax of the arc, Fantasia arc, which, wow, I never thought I would see the day, man. When I first caught up to Berserk, Fantasia arc was already extremely long, and I already was familiar with hiatuses, of course. Like, everyone that gets into the series will know it. And yeah, like, I mean, based on the pace of the chapters and Miura's death, just everything that happened in general, we never thought this arc would end, but here we are. Just a year later, really, after Miura's death, and Berserk has actually ended another arc. After what? Probably a decade or more. And honestly, arguably one of the most impactful arcs ever, which now leaves us with around 1 to 2 arcs left. I would say 2, but maybe 1, but if at least 100 chapters left. Regardless, super dope color page. I mean, great art and everything. I really liked it. Fucking depressing though, fuck Griffith. We then properly begin the chapter by going back to the boat as the goat captain is still trying to get Guts to open the door, but Guts is obviously depressed. I don't even think right now he can hear them. Like, he's too deep into his own thoughts. And Shirky, out of worry and just concern, and obviously she's smart, she knows how to use magic and shit. She obviously tries to use her astral self to kind of go to Guts and talk to him, or at least like see what he's doing, see if he's okay, see what's happening to him, feel his emotions, read his mind. And that's precisely what this chapter focuses on, and we get some more depressing panels, more fucking helplessness, as we will fucking see. But even Shirky, just from this scene alone, just from her starting to use her astral being, like going towards God, you can see the patch of black around him already showing that he's not in the right state of mind. And even she's about to like understand Casca's been fucking taken, man. And then we get to see Guts finally looking at his sword, Shirky finally getting to see the scenes as well. We see Guts with a look of shock in his face. He still can't really believe what happened. I mean, can you blame him? God knows how fucking long, man. Decades of hard work, like literally fighting against his own destiny, man. To save Casca, to get this far. Even letting Griffith be revived and letting him go, letting him get his own kingdom, allowing all of this. And he gets this far for everything to just be fucked up, taken away. Not everything, because, I mean, he still has his crew and a new, I guess, family, you could say. But for him right now, Casca was his fucking entire world. And I mean, he's basically given up. And I mean, this bottom panel, wow, man. Like, if he fucking doesn't deserve this, man. Why do we have to see our goat like this, man? Literally, like, I don't even know if we've seen Guts this low. Just fucking full on crying. Like, full on just shaking, man. Like, honestly, since the eclipse, we haven't seen anything like this, man. And it just hurts to fucking see it. You don't like to see our goat like this, man. It's not good, man. And then we get this beautiful panel, and my personal favourite of the chapter, where Guts is just contemplating his past fights, his past struggles, including the Lost Children arc fight, like fight against these fucking apostles, man, like just all of it, including stuff from Conviction arc, from stuff from every arc. Like, we see the fucking dick horse, of course we fucking see him. But yeah, this is what you're thinking about, the struggles he's been through, all the pain he's been through to get this far, and just how it was in vain to him now. We even see the crocodiles, and it honestly reminded me of how far we've also come. Not just Guts alone, but us as the readers with him, and like all the struggles, all the battles, all the fucking apostles, like basically the peak fiction story that Berserk is, man. Like, I love Berserk, man. I love it. We see stuff from the conviction arc, the goblins, obviously the horse, because, yeah, fucking jokers. But honestly, beautiful panel. 10 out of 10. And of course, more than anything, who else would be on his mind rather than the fucking prick that caused all of this, that fucked everything up, the most hated character ever, fucking Griffith. Of course, like, how wouldn't you be pissed? And we also see that, like, it's not just any normal thought. Like, before when he was thinking about it, like in the boat, whatever, he thought about Griffith normally, but as soon as he thinks about it in his memory, you can see just the beast of darkness in his mind with the fucking claws drawn around Griffith, and just that clearly being a depiction of the teeth of the fucking beast of darkness. And you can see how they instantly close in as Griffith gets, like, as just Guts thinks about Griffith, and they shut down with such force and such fucking vigor, man, such emotion, because obviously of the fucking hate Guts has towards Griffith. Because how could you not hate this bitch? He's ruined your life. He's taking Casca now. Why? Like, why? After everything he's fucking done, he has to come and take Casca away. Of course you'll be angry, and of course it's shown like this. And I genuinely thought he lost control and was about to fucking break the ship and, like, honestly, like, ruin everything. But thankfully that did not happen. And then we get to yet another beautiful panel, man. And again, it showcases the beast of darkness of Guts just going berserk at this point. And yes, I said the word, but quite literally, he goes berserk. The beast of darkness has been unleashed. Now that Guts has nothing to lose, now that he's lost Casca, the thing he's been working for along. And this is clearly depicted through the broken chains, which aren't just there for fucking coincidence. They're clearly showing Guts is losing control. Guts is going to go berserk. Guts is giving up hope. Guts is just... He's done. He's not the same, man. He's lost that fucking conviction that pushed him this far. And Shirka clearly is realising this, and that's why she's so desperate to call his name, to try and stop him from going over the edge of tipping over after all the pain and struggle he's been through. Even going as far as to lose his will, man. That's how far he's been broken this time, because 30 years worth of work, probably, in terms of like Miura and stuff, just gone down the drain, lost Casca to Griffith, and couldn't do anything about it. And it all concludes with this fucking panel. Guts screaming his lungs out, and then him realising, or at least saying to himself, it was all for nothing. Everything he did was in vain. The struggle, the pain, the blood, the tears, the absolute misery of a life he had to go through in order to get this far with Casca. He even fought destiny itself, monsters on a daily basis, no sleep for hours, for years. And it was all for nothing, according to him. And we see a beautiful fucking visual metaphor of Guts just sinking down to darkness in, like, the ocean, like when he was sinking down to the void in the boat arc, like, you know, when he was fighting the apostle, just sinking down and then was saved by the mermaids. This is what this reminds me of. He's clearly sinking down to darkness, and he's gonna be saved by the crew. And I'm telling you guys now, this is the last time we're seeing Guts fucking suffer like this, man. I'm never seeing this again. Watch, man. And we just see Guts laid down in kind of a baby fetal pose, just in rest. He honestly, he doesn't care. He's mourning, man. He's depressed. Normally he would hold onto his sword like this. It reminds me of him as a baby holding onto his sword whilst he slept. But this time without it, because, well, he doesn't believe in it anymore. Everything he worked alongside it, the only thing he believed in, ended up not providing him with, basically ended up letting him down, because he couldn't do anything against Griffith with it. Although he did cut a strand of hair, but of course that to him is nothing. And even then, even if he realised about that, he still would have been meaningless to him, because he still let Casca go. And Shirka sees this and she's shocked, because for her, Guts is just an insane, a figure of inspiration, a figure of strength, a figure of never giving up, a figure of willpower. He's literally the man, the will fucking power, going against destiny. And this is the first time he's seen such a man give up. Quite shocking. And then, if things couldn't get any fucking worse, we cut back to the crew, and I mean, the captain gives up because he realizes that, yeah, Guts is broken. But apparently they're sinking. Well, this is now Shirka's thoughts, clearly. I mean, we see by the bloody lines, Berserk always does this one as that. But yeah, the crew are just contemplating, like, the situation they're in. I mean, I think they have no food, no resources, and yeah, they're kind of fucked in the middle of the ocean. But Shirka's just realizing to herself, we're sinking, being torn apart. There's a fucking sea tornado being formed in the fucking sea as well, next to them. And she's beginning to think, and everything goes into the cold, dark depths, even my boys. As she realizes that nothing they could do now is gonna amount to anything. It's all meaningless. They've lost it. They've lost everything. The peace they had, the whole struggle to get this. And even she realizes and screams to Guts to try and save something, to try and get some help from the man that never gave up, even at the worst of situations. But for once, he's given up. They need their help to stand up. Guts needs their help. And we see that final panel going into darkness, which just symbolizes and ends this chapter in terms of the crew. And shows kind of how desperate we are, man. And then we cut back to Falconia, so you guys could guess who we're going to see soon. Not very happy, but of course we're going to fucking see him. Regardless, the city looks amazing still, like, honestly, Griffith's done a good job in that regard. The architecture is mad, the engineers behind that, I got a rate, you know, even on those times. Honestly, the fantasy tree, I mean, there's a fucking, which I did not expect, like, you can literally just see on the left there, like, a fucking, what do you fucking call that? Well, the tower at sea that illuminates the boat or whatever, the fucking light tower or whatever. And we see this black hole, which I don't actually really know what that is. I think it might be the apostles, I mean, we get to see some of the old people from the Falconia thing. Sonia, which, I mean, I kind of hate, and I think most people hate her. You can't really blame her, so, because she doesn't really know the truth about Griffith, but, like, just being oblivious to that sort of things, the things he's done, and still supporting him. Of course, you can't really, like, support her much. But we also see some of the apostles, which I love the designs of, man. They look so sick. And I mean, she begins to say the Falcon seeing has just gone stargazing her. Sun's about to rise. But clearly she knows Griffith's coming back. That's why she came here. She's got all these visions and shit. Just the power she has since Griffith appeared. Probably another thing of his just to make people believe him. I mean, am I surprised? No. And I mean, clearly the other guy didn't know because he asked her, why did you come this far to the port? And yo, we get to the Apostles Grand Build as well. Like, look at this, man. Even without Miura, they still look sick. Because, yeah, the team's doing amazing jobs, man. The art is amazing. Like, it's really good. I didn't expect it to be this good, if I'm honest. But, yeah, I mean, the guy now realizes that literally 2 Apostles are here. Not only Sonya. Something's going down here. Like, he's like, why are there, like, 2 of the main generals of the fucking army here? And, I mean, you can tell, like, now who the fuck we're going to see. Just a few panels, like, of course, before the chapter ends, of course we have to see the prick, the bitch, the demon, the fucking fucker himself. And then, well, this panel just confirms that he's returned. And then we see the tree kind of lighting up with his fucking return, because, of course, he kind of controls the entire world at this point. He can make anything happen to make his entrance look flashy. And then he observes that across the sky from the morning star, like, you can literally just see, like, a cloud, like the sun coming through the clouds because the sod breaking the clouds. Like, that's sick, man. I gotta rate that. And then we get double page spread, which of course, like, I'm actually surprised that like every chapter's a double page spread. So far also a color page, and like you can just see the sun now shining because Griffith coming in. But again, the clear contrast between Sod and Griffith being the white knight of justice and purity and heaven, and then Sod just being literally a black fucking demon, black darkness, evil, and a demon riding on, well, Griffith riding on him. And then you also see here 2 humans who look pure as hell, don't know anything that's going on, and then 3 apostles, 3 fucking demons. It's just the contrast of this kingdom and the actual reality of it. It's always been reminded to us, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that will be the downfall of Falconia when, well, the people realize these are demons. It's not like they're fighting for them out of, well, pure intentions. They're literally being forced to by Griffith, and when they find out Griffith is also going to be just like them, an evil dictator, that's when Falconia is going to go down to shit, and that's what I'm predicting. And then Sod proceeds to land down. Look at his fat, ugly ass just landing down. He's thick though, I can't lie. But yeah, his design is still sick. I love him without the horde as well. Man, it's sick, man. Honestly, he's so good. He's definitely going to like become on the good side eventually with Guts. Like, I'm going to love that, bro. But yeah, his character, like, whole arc is going to be amazing. Regardless, well, we know who's going to be riding in it and who he's going to carry with him. But yeah, as you all know, we're about to see Griffith and Casca. And yep, here they are. Griffith, the white shining knight. Look at him with a contrast against the black Sod. Sod again looks sick though with his colours and stuff. I mean, his face looks a bit fat, I don't know why. But anyway, he's welcomed home by everyone. And I mean, he's carrying the one woman we all know and love, Casca, in her arms, without her having a choice. I mean, as soon as she wakes up, oh my god, it's going to be hell on earth, man. If she ever sees Griffith again while she's awake, which I doubt Griffith will just allow, then it's going to be going to shit. I mean, the only reason Griffith probably took her is because when he turns into Moonlight Child, he has to risk his life and just leave his fucking kingdom just to go see Casca. This way, he doesn't have to do that. And that's what he's risked. But now that Casca knows that the Moonlight Child's actually Griffith, what's going to happen, man? Like, yeah, it's not going to be looking nice, but I can't believe the bitch did this, man. Like, I still, of course, I can't believe it, man. Griffith just comes and takes Casca away. Like, wow. What a prick. Everything he's done. And he does this now to Guts. One day punishment will come down upon him by Guts and his sword and him fighting against Destiny. But Lord Griffith is back and the arc is set to be continued. And this page concludes Fantasia arc. Oh my god. I don't actually know approximately how long, but this has at least been 6 volumes long, maybe 7. Of just, like, yeah, which is probably taken around 10 years at least, maybe more, like a third of Berserk's lifetime, which is kind of insane that we finally reached the climax of this arc. And wow, what an arc it was. So much important stuff happened, so many key moments. I mean, more noticeably than not, especially towards the second half of the arc. I mean, for starters, we kind of got to the island and we got to know Puck's home and stuff, which was interesting and nice to see. I mean, it's the build-up of decades of stuff. Like, Puck was hinting at his house for, like, honestly, a long time. And then obviously we got the dream stuff, which was amazing from Miura. Like, we got what the fuck? Why am I messing up like this? Anyway, we got Guts dog, like the fucking Berserker armor dog, which is fucking amazing, man. I love that. Him against Griffith in the dream. Obviously, Casca's dream, just repairing this. Beautiful art, beautiful. And then amazing just pattern and everything. Memories from the past, Guts and Casca together with the flashbacks, the bubble scene. And then obviously Casca coming back, like, easily the key moment of the fucking arc, man. After literally 20 years of her being gone, we finally got one of the main characters, the character we all fucking love, back. And then obviously 359, Guts being broken. That was by the time I was already caught up, so I got that live, man. I was waiting for that. And Guts' heart is broken. I mean, everything. We're reminded that Berserk is fucking Berserk. And Casca fucking fades as he sees Guts because he just is reminded of the eclipse and is kind of scared of it. Because honestly, the thing she wants in her heart wasn't the same as Guts, who wanted Casca. It was fucking the Moonlight Child, her son. And then obviously from there, we got, sadly, Miura's death with chapter 363. I mean, honestly, what a shock. It was honestly the closest I've ever been to in, honestly, maybe like years of just bursting out in tears. Like, with manga and anime, I've never cried. But I would honestly argue that and then Code Geass ending is the closest I've ever been to. I found out in school. I mean, I remember seeing an Instagram story and I thought it was a meme, like someone was joking. And then I went to Twitter and I just started seeing an insane amount of tweets. And then obviously the official Berserk account tweet. And it just hit me, man, that the guy who has made the series has changed my life, who has dedicated his probably 30 years of his life, or probably his entire life, who even sacrificed his personal life and enjoyment to create one of the most beautiful, thrilling, and inspiring and life-changing series of all time. The guy that's literally changed my life had just passed away at such a young age as well. Perhaps from the overworking he had to do at one point. Like, it really hit me, and I mean, I nearly burst down to tears, man. But I mean, I was in school, and I feel like I was like in the public, it kind of like took me away from crying. But wow, like, it honestly hit me, man. Like, I didn't expect, and like, I was kind of destroyed like everyone else. I mean, yeah, what do we expect, man? And then out of nowhere, I remember it was revealed that we're gonna get one final chapter from Miura that was drawn by the squad. And wow, what a chapter it was. Like, 364 might very well be the absolute, well, actually, without a doubt, the best chapter in the arc, the most impactful chapter in the arc, and probably one of the most influential chapters in all of manga. It was a chapter that was appreciated by millions and millions of people. Like, everyone came together to just love the final chapter, to kind of read the final chapter of such a legacy, of such a legendary series made by the man. And wow, what a perfect chapter. It ends with one of the best endings. Like, if Berserk had ended there, I can't even be mad. It's one of the best final panels and one of the most fitting of all time, with the amazing reveal that we all already knew at the best time, at the best moment, to conclude an incredible arc. And wow, and then around a year later, or like a lot of months later, we got revealed that it was coming back, and his best friend who made Holy Land, one of my favorite series, was gonna do it. And Man, I always believed like he could come back and that, and like, yeah, I was so happy, man. I love Berserk. Honestly, it's changed my life. I'm glad it's here to stay. And what an arc it was. The final few chapters were insane, but the art's still good. Obviously, it's not Miura, but I still love it, man. It's fucking Berserk. But yeah, here we are. My predictions still stand. From here on out, Guts is going to stand up somehow. It's going to take a while, definitely, like a lot of chapters. We're going to see definitely some explanation of Griffin, and I feel like more of Falconia. We're also going to see Rickett again. I mean, he's gone off to do his own thing. But eventually it'll all come together and Guts will once again face Griffith for the final time. No more fucking depression, no more pain. This time Guts wins and fuck Griffith, fuck his mum and fuck his whole kingdom. I've had enough of this shit. But this time it's going down. I'm telling all of you, this is what's going to happen, man. Guts has still got to bail it though. Like, we're going to get insane chapters, I'm telling you all. But this has been my review of Berserk chapter 371. A long video, but fitting to suit an arc. Not my favourite arc. Obviously Golden Edge is the GOAT, the special, but it's still an amazing arc, one of the best arcs in manga, and I would honestly give it a 9 out of 10, and the chapter also 9 out of 10, peak fiction. And of course Berserk is a 10 out of 10. Regardless, bros, that's been my review for Berserk chapter 371, and see you all in the next video, but it shouldn't be a chapter review. Watch, man, I'm going to make a video. Anyway, goodbye.